Hey, what's up everyone? It's SkullCrusher here. We are live. It is Tuesday, April the 24th, 2018, and it's Hammerman time. And I am so ready to stop this guy in his tracks, or at least hopefully I am. I've already got my base configuration set up to my dun death to H-men. So we're actually going to resave that there, which we have over there. And honestly, I've got my main layout, which is my T-Med defensive intel layout, which gets me a lot. And then the rest literally are just kind of beating around the bush for Hammerman. So let's get this show started, guys. So we've got a pretty standard layout here for Hammerman, where essentially, since I don't run any shield generators, I'm damage amplifier in the middle, surrounded by heavy defenses. Essentially what that means is up front I like having either my machine guns or flamethrowers, supported by the boom cannons, the cannons, and then right in the back there I like to have the rocket launchers and shock launchers just for continuous, non-stop damage. So we've got everything ready. We've got Hammerman with 1 hour and 31 minutes left. Like, Hammerman starts on Monday and technically it's already Tuesday for me, so it's kind of cool. Anyways, a long day at work. It is Hammerman time. So let's stop these 60 Zookas and 9 tanks. I don't think this is going to be very hard at all. Let's see if they can actually bring down a building. Oh, yeah, they'll get that flamethrower. Or will they? So I've also got the double line of mines set up there as well, which is awesome additional damage. Normally when Hammerman is throwing in his warriors or his riflemen, I mean, rocket launchers are continuously firing right from landing crafts being dropped on the beach. But then those mines there are just awesome. They'll take out a bunch. So hopefully we'll see some mass troops there with the riflemen or the warriors coming up. So first stage, pretty easy, guys. We've got the Death to H-Men base setup. Death to Hammerman. Yeah! He doesn't stand a chance. So we've got Hammerman, Fleet 2. Looks like we've got some Zookas, some Warriors, some Heavies, and some Tanks. But I don't think that's going to be much of a challenge for us. So he's just going to send those Warriors right into those mines like I was talking about. He's cleared the way for his Zookas, but that's not going to help. Oh, there we go. I was like, I swear there was going to be some heavies and some tanks. That was just too easy for Fleet 2. But nonetheless, this is still going to be pretty easy for us. I don't think Hammerman is going to stand a chance. I am a little concerned for stage 6 and 7 because we are not running a hotpot, so things could go south very quick. So far, Fleet 2 of Hammerman going down. 5 more to go. So it looks like so far Hammerman's done a decent job of just mucking that first line of defenses. I don't even think it's defenses. I think it's just resource buildings and essentially a few houses. So we got the victory there. I love Hammerman, not even necessarily just for the intel, but for the weapons part as well, for the weapons parts as well. And if we actually make, why am I not making anything? Oh, they got the Simo back, or the Simo. Not a fan of that, but I'm sure we'll see lots of those starting to turn up. What do I need, actually? We've got 13 hours, 3 days, 2 days. So we need to get that damage amplifier going again. It's going to be awesome when the weekly prototype cycle eliminates the shield generators. I think that's going to be an awesome touch for not necessarily me, but any offensive-minded players. Unless you built that shield gen right as the cycle switches, I think you'll be okay for it. But nonetheless, I am looking forward to a week with no shield generators. So if anyone is just joining us now, we are doing Hammerman live on Tuesday, April the 24th, 2018. I do believe it is almost 12:30, 12:40 p.m. Oh, sorry, a.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. So it is technically Tuesday, even though Hammerman drops on Monday. So Fleet 3 going down pretty quick. Awesome. No chance. So it looks like we've got ourselves the critical fuse, the field capacitator, and some intel. I love getting that intel. Oh, I forgot to show what our starting was going to be for the nightly map clearing here, but nonetheless, we know it's going to be 7 from Hammerman. On to Fleet 4. Looks like he's sending in the medics. Yes, so here we have those riflemen. Oh, and the Grens. Never a fan of Grens with Hammerman, but they are only level 4. I don't think that's going to be much harm for us. So here goes to defend. Let's see how we do, guys. So it looks like he's sending the medics in with the riflemen, and let's see if we can actually see these mines do their thing. Oh yeah, look at that. You hit one mine, it hits the other. It's just a awesome chain reaction. So that's why it is pretty important when you're setting up your mines to set them up like that. 1, 2, 3 in a row, you know, a few spaces, 1, 2, 3 in a row. Not everyone is going to attack you as blindly and as dumb as Hammerman, considering there's no flares, there's no smoke, there's no technical. It's just mash casualties, and let's just take the base with numbers. But if you are set up in such a way where even mass troops, you know, having hundreds and hundreds of troops won't even be enough to stop your base, especially when they're just dropping them at the beach and it is a free-for-all. So we are doing an excellent job here. A little bit better than I thought, but so far so good, guys. So it looks like we're just finishing off the tanks and the last of the Grens here. And our base is holding out strong. 2 more Grens. No more. Ooh, just pure carnage, guys. I love it. So it looks like Fleet 4 is down and out. Got ourselves a complex gear and 2 power rods. Right on. Never have enough power rods. Alright, looks like the task force is getting a little chatty here, but I want to finish off Hammerman. Yeah, my base is right in front of you. Oh, Hammerman, I think he's getting old, that Alzheimer's. And, ooh, looks like fleet number 5 there is level 19, 384 riflemen, and 32 level 7 Grens. Let's stop this. Ooh, I didn't even check the gold. I hope I don't run out here, in the sense of not have enough to finish. So here we go, guys, stopping the riflemen, and this is what I'm talking about with these mines here. So let's just slow this down a smidge. And they hit one, it blows up the next. And I love it because the mines here, well, I mean, with the support of the rocket launchers, well, and the machine guns, and the Doom Cannon. Okay, you know what? Everything is kicking butt right now. So it looks like he's dropping the Grens now, so I need to take these Grens out quick. And this is why I like having those rocket launchers set up in a way for Hammerman, where you know you can take out anything he is launching on the beach pretty much instantly. So essentially, you want to have those rocket launchers in range of the beach. As you can see, those Grens, they're doing fair damage. I'm not going to say great damage because I don't even think they killed the defense, and as I say that, watch them take out that machine gun. And looks like the riflemen are coming up next, so we can finish off these Grens, which we most definitely will, before he launches the riflemen. I think we're going to be okay. I think we were going to be okay from the start, but this is just working out, I guess, better than I expected. So we're still going at times 1.5 there, and it's kind of cool when you just slow it down, and, you know, that's a lot of death right there. That's a lot of Johnsons not going home to Mrs. Johnson. So we still have those mines set up in a way where they are still working to our advantage, just from the way Hammerman's launching his crafts. I mean, I think Fleet 5 here, the Fleet 5 defend went better than the Fleet 4 defend. Awesome. I love how that just worked out. So let's just bring that back up to ×1, and we are jumping right into stage. I gotta stop saying stage as if I'm doing Dr. Terror. Dr. Terror. So it looks like this time we got our complex gear, our critical fuse ×2. And our power rod with some intel. That is awesome. So hopefully we can finish off Hammerman here, guys. We're not using the hot pot, you know, no ice, no shield generator, just pure, you know, raw skill and, you know, boosted defenses from damage amplifier, which does help a lot. Okay, so Fleet 6. Ooh, we've got the SkullCrusher this time with 672. So this is what I'm talking about with like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of riflemen. So, oh, using the critters. See if I had a hot pot set up in the front there. Oh, never mind. They didn't even last that long. But I don't like the medics. I never am a fan of medics in Hammerman. But once again, those mines are doing their job, taking out the riflemen faster than these medics can heal them there. And hopefully these Doom cannons and these cannons will finish off this SkullCrusher. And holy crap, that SkullCrusher just went even before I could finish saying that SkullCrusher is about to go. Okay, so holding out for Fleet 6 and more riflemen right now. So this is where I need the rocket launchers to do their part with that boost from the damage amplifier. Should be all I need right now to hopefully successfully defend against Hammerman here on Fleet 6. And I really like how this is going so far. Really like how this is going. So once again, more riflemen launched blindly, this time into the left corner. So we're finishing off the last bunch of riflemen and medics over here, and now he's trying to flank me from the left. Don't think we'll be successful. Look at that beautiful diamond trophy shining bright. And then, of course, as I say that, we finish off the rest of the left flank. Wow, so Hammerman going better than expected so far. Victory! So this time, Hammerman is hooking us up with the field capacitors. 3 of them this time. So right on, Hammerman. Appreciate killing your troops and taking the rewards. And now we are returning for Fleet 7. So let's see how the gold is doing. There's still 1.2 mil. Alright. I like how that is looking. I do have the RZCM loaded. But that'll be for map clearing after Hammerman in the op hit. Okay, so stage 7, the music's getting serious. Are you ready to get steamrolled? No, I'm not. But I may eat those words because I have got my butt kicked many times in stage 7 before. But we've been doing exceptionally well so far, so I would really like to keep this up. And wow, so we're sending 9 level 17 tanks. That's really not that much. Once again, the riflemen 504. I think it was like 672 on Fleet 6. So well less than 150 riflemen, a level higher. So of course, them all shooting at once. They're synchronized shots. If they do get it off like that, that damage should be more than essentially what he sent before. Level 13 medics. Oh, all right. And of course 60 level 21 Zuka, so that's a threat right there as well. But I think the base is set up in a way where we could successfully pull this off. So it's Hammerman time, guys. Fleet 7, let's stop him in his tracks. So it looks like Hammerman is launching the tanks and 2 LCs of riflemen first with his medics. So it looks like the medics are getting out early. I didn't count, I think it was like, oh, I don't even remember. I know they're level 13. But so far, so good. So Doom Cannon, this could work to my advantage here with the tanks. Hopefully I can finish off these riflemen before this next fleet pushes above the tanks, so that Doom Cannon can take out a couple of those tanks. And looks like it's not the case. Phone's tripping out right now. No worries, guys. It's just an ad. I really do need a new phone. So we're just pushing our way back. You can kiss my butt there, whatever ad you are. I don't care. I am a boomer. Boomer for life. So as that ad went on, looks like Hammerman is still pushing forward. Rocket launchers doing their part, taking out those riflemen. So a lot of riflemen we need to worry about. I haven't seen any Zukas yet, so I know that Hammerman is throwing those Zukas in soon, and looks like he's got 1 LC there. Alrighty, so this is not good. This is not good. So as of now, looks like 2 rocket launchers left. He's throwing the Zukas in there. If he has 1 more launch, I am completely screwed. I mean, I think I'm pretty much screwed to begin with here. But we're going to speed this up because this is not good. And Hammerman, just boom goes the dynamite. So we got defeated. That's the raw reality sometimes of not running any ice and having any shield generators. But with the amount of gold I have back, I think I can play around with something and hopefully pull this one out of the hat. I'm actually gonna just make my way over here. I'll move my face over there so you can actually see, you know, stage 7 HM, stage 7 Hammerman. And this is somewhat of a layout that I saw on YouTube when some players that didn't have any ice and didn't have any shield generators were showing you how to successfully beat Hammerman. And it all pretty much had to do with just the way you set your buildings up, where, you know, the troops are the Hammerman stage 6 and 7 is pretty much starting on one side and then working its way up on a L shape, essentially, where then you have whatever's left over with your mines, with the last stand of defenses around your core to finish anyone that actually made it through. This is not essentially set up like that, but we are going to give it a go. It is a little unorthodox, but let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So we are sending it. Hopefully we can do much better on this one here, guys. So I like this setup here. Hopefully that Doom Cannon with the rocket launchers can successfully hold off the riflemen for the Doom Cannon there to pick off the rest of the tanks. Okay, so far not bad, but then again, this is only the second launch. I think there is 3 or 4 more to go. I think the Doom Cannon's doing its part there, taking out some of those tanks. 1, 2, no, I think they all just came close together as they were progressing up the map. And now they're throwing this direction. Okay, so rocket launchers holding out. Doom Cannon, do your part. I don't like this because I know that there's still a LC of Zukas and more riflemen after. So as soon as they take out my rocket launchers, this is pretty much done. And I guess what this should be called is Hammerman fail, because this is not going to my advantage whatsoever. But once again, this is the sad reality of the game at times for high-level VP players that don't run ice or use shield generators. You waste a lot of gold trying to beat Hammerman to get that 1 intel. So we'll get him. We'll get him. All right, I don't like this at all. This didn't work at all. This was worse than the other one. I don't even want to save it. Let's go back to death to H-men. And I don't even know if there's anything I can do just because I don't have that hotpot. There are so many troops that I really don't stand a chance with just the rocket launchers there. Doom cannons aren't doing enough damage, so I think I might throw in the towel here for Fleet 7 there on Hammerman, or at least retire him for the next hour or so. At least so I can hit the op here and I can progress to some player bases. So if anyone is just viewing or just joining us now, SkullCrusher here, and we just are attempting to clear Hammerman fleets 1 through 7 on Tuesday, April the 24th, 2018. Unfortunately, I've just got my butt kicked not once, but twice on Hammerman's Fleet 7. So I know enough when to kind of just back off for a second here, because I don't want to get kind of gung-ho trigger happy and lose all my gold just like that, because I can't even, well, that was 154,000, not bad, but no boat, no op boat, no, well, we can get our chest, so, but that'll be for after. So let's just get the base back to the defensive layout. So this is the layout that essentially is my bread and butter for being a no ice and no shield gen player, with having, you know, over 1,100 victory points. This is what racks in the intel for me. So as you can see, I don't think I collected today, or I did earlier today, because as you can see, that one brought me 2. Nothing there. 1 there, 1 there. Buddy was playing around. Looks like we got, ooh, we got smashed by tanks. Look at that, 21 cent, nothing killed. Tail between the legs. Nothing there, nothing there. Looks like we got 1, nothing, 1, nothing. 1 more, one more. And then, of course, our failed attempt at Hammerman Fleet 7, not once, but twice. Okay, guys, so we are going to head over to the gunboat and actually load up the Zuka squad. We are going to take a peek at the op here, see what the boys are saying here. Essentially, remember, sometimes this chat can be a little 18 plus, so I do apologize if anything is seen that is inappropriate. Okay, so, oh, yeah, Yun's already starting with it up there. Yeah. Amputee. These guys, holy crap. That's why I love this task force. I mean, like, anything goes in our task force, but we are serious boomers when it comes to actually hitting the ops, you know, sharing attacks and, you know, learning from each other, growing from each other, and ultimately becoming better players and a better task force as a unit. So it's really fun. If anyone is also just joining us right now, this is my task force. I am the task force leader of the OG Boomers, and my task force is essentially a core of individuals that have been booming together for almost 2 years, maybe a little bit, some of us longer. Punk's been booming with me for like 3 years. RJ too was awesome. Yeah, this guy's an OG. They all are. That's why we are the OG Boomers, and we are trying to grow as one. And looks like my battery is running low. I'm going to plug in the charger because I am prepared. I should have actually probably charged my phone prior to the live stream, but oh well, live and learn. That's what will happen next time. But back on track here, guys. Task force leader of the OG Boomers, and phone is tripping out with an ad again. So once again, I really do need a new phone. Task force leader of the OG Boomers. So boom with the best or get left with the rest. Cheers, AZ. The 60 Intel and the Intel Champ last week. Intel Champ. Last week was Yun with 214. And that's what I like, having that in there. It just kind of gives that competitiveness for the boys in the task force and girls, but we're all fellas right now. I know there are lady boomers out there, but the fellas here, it just kind of gives that competitive push just to kind of see who can get more, so that way they can get their name showcased in the task force for the week. I think it's a fun little friendly challenge, and I think most task force out there should at some point do the same, just to you know, get more intel for your task force going, just to create that friendly competition. So Fleet 7, I don't even want to look at you right now, and it looks like we are saving Boomtown for last. We're not boosted yet, so that is what we are going to do right now, because we are going to clear the map after. I will not be continuing the live stream for the map clearing. We are going to just continue with the op hit here, but I am doing the full boost because I plan on clearing my whole map, and I really want to get back to 1,160-ish or more VP to continue my local leaderboard push for Canada. Canadian Boomer, oh yeah. Okay, so we are fully boosted. We've got brick loaded with the Zukas going into the op, ransom, orb of fold, Boomtown, Titanic, tap here. Force points. Boomtown, we're saving for last. Boomtown, we are saving for last. Oh, sorry guys, I really do apologize for all these ads on my phone. It does get quite ridiculous. Some days I am luckier than others, where I'll get like none or maybe one. So far for this live stream, I've had 3 pop-ups, so I do apologize for that. Back to booming. Okay, so that was ransom, orb of fold, Boomtown. I think the boys are saving for last. Tap here, Titanic. Let's take a look at Orby. So if anyone is watching right now and does want to see a specific op hit, I recommend in the comments there, just throw out a op base and I'll send it. Okay, so that's Orby right there. Looks like it's a decent walk. 1 shock, 2 shock, 3 shock, 4 shock, 5 shock, technically maybe 6. 5 at a critter. Oh, mortars. Oh, my Lanta. That's like 5 or 6 shocks with critters. So we'll come back to that. Looks like we got ransom over here. Let's just scout that. Hopefully ransom is a little bit... Alrighty. So what are we working with on Rand? Oh my, 1.6. We are fully boosted. I think we could pull this off. We would have to use smoke on the landing, but nonetheless, I think we would still have enough gunboat energy to get the Zookas into position with brick and still be able to successfully fire off 1 shock, 2 shock, 3 shock, 4 shock. 4 shocks. Yeah, right. What? Okay. So once again, if anyone is watching and does want to see a specific op hit, ransom. So we've scouted Orbifold so far, ransom. Even though we're saving Boomtown for last, we are going to take a look. Okay, so here is Boom Goes the Dynamite Boomtown. And look at those rocket launchers. Look at those rocket launchers. That's Boomtown for you. Always so many rocket launchers. Normally, we send the AZ left here, clear the shield generators, maybe one attack with Sparky to get some hacks in to clear maybe one, 2. Actually, those can probably be AZ'd. 1, 2, maybe hack those 4 rocket launchers. Send AZ all the way up to this corner, finish off these rocket launchers, maybe get another hack in for these 2, and then you're going to need a bullet in AZ or Sparky and AZ hit up here to these power cells to finish off these clusters of rocket launchers, and then essentially make your way to take out these shield generators, where you finish your hit off roughly at about 12 o'clock or so, and you know, you shock a lot. I've also seen attacks done on Boomtown with Scorchers, AZ and Bullet, where they've gone up the right side. Scorchers will take the lead and clear all the mines, and that attack will essentially clear the shield generators from using the right side. So it's a pretty effective way. It's different, but there's more than one way to get the job done. Okay, so that's Boomtown right there. Let's make our way up to Titanic. And Titanic is looking pretty shabby here. What do we have there? Oh my. We can just essentially, if we wanted to, send troops either left or right, farm whatever little bit we want to, and then GBE that core. So, wow, the boys did really good on this, and this is deep cut too. We still got 15 hits left. Mass, SkullCrusher, Tie, Savage, Foghat. Oh yeah, we got good AZ left. Good AZ. And now we got Tapir. Tapir. For different pronunciations for literally all these op bases. So seriously, whatever floats your boat, just rock it. Say it however you want. And this is Tapir. So how could we do this? Dun, 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 dun. That's an easy one. I can probably send my mini Captain Skull to finish that one off. Okay, so that is Tapir there. So we've got Ransom, Orby, Boom, Titanic, and Tapir. So if anybody is watching and does want to see a specific op hit, you know, type in the comments now any one of these op bases, and I will be true to my words and I will send it. So, I mean, of course, other than Boomtown, it looks like we are saving that one for the very end, but nonetheless, it is still pretty cool to have it there. Okay, so I think I'm going to choose for myself here, and I think we're going to hit Ransom. Yeah, we're going to hit Ransom. So let's go back in and let's just scout this for a minute. Because I will have to flare landing, 1 smoke, 2 smoke, 3 smoke, 2nd flare, 4 smoke, 5 smoke, 6 smoke, 7 smoke, 3rd flare, 8 smoke, 9 smoke, 10 smoke, 11, 12, 13, 4th flare to core. I have to clear those mines. Unless they use bullet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think we can do this. We are fully boosted. We've got the bricks battle order. 1.6 mil. We are live on the YouTube, which means pressure is on. We're sending it. Ransom, SkullCrusher, op hit live. Here we go. Okay, guys. So like I said, we're going to have to flare this landing, but before we flare the landing, I do want to clear this cluster up here. Can I do this in 2 mine? No, probably best just to use a critter. Perfect. Okay, so the mines are cleared. Ransom live on Tuesday, April the 24th, 2018. So we are going to flare right our landing, and I'm going to drop the Zukas under smoke. And it looks like I started to drop them a little too far because I will have to use a fourth smoke here on the landing, and I didn't want to do that, so I hope that doesn't screw my gunboat energy calculations for when I have them in place. So I can be a little bit tighter here, or sorry, spacious here with the smoke. Still 127, getting them into position 10 smoke. I'm still going to use about 5 more. This will get tricky, guys. I hope we can pull this off. Okay, so let's get them in, get them in, get them in. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to have to use 1, 2. I'm actually going to throw 2 more on this. And I'm going to flare that core literally right before those Zukas get into position. 1, 2, 3, 4. No! We missed the shocks! Ah! We missed the rocket launchers, and then we failed. That's a breezy for you right there. Crap. Breezy. So we received nothing from that. Failed attempt on ransom, 104 casualties. And if any of the boys were actually watching that from the task force, they are going to let me know. I'm just going to move that over. And fail. No, that's Nook. I do not want Nook. And I'm going to let them know as well that I did have the gunboat energy for it. Alrighty, so guys, there was our failed hit on ransom. Looks like there's still roughly about half of that HP left on that core. So wow, 14 hits remaining. I think we can still successfully pull this off. So I don't like that we didn't get that. So I do want to leave things on a high note. So I think for an encore, we're going to load the RZCM with Sparky, and we're going to see what we can do on a player base. So we are boosted 10. Boom. No scout. We're going in. So I see that Doom Cannon already. And no shield generator. It looks like we got a grappler. Okay. So instant threats. Dun 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 dun. Rocket launchers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I see boosted ice. I didn't even bother counting how many. But looks like a successful artillery and barrage on each rocket launcher was enough to bring them down. So let's actually clear these booms here. Drop one, drop Sparky, drop the other, then the troops. Okay, so I'm just going to let the Zukas and the riflemen start to bundle here. Perfect. We're going to re-flare closer to that MG. I am going to drop a med kit as well. I don't like that grappler, so let's shock it. Okay, once I get closer to that shock launcher, I'm going to try to throw another hack. Hopefully can hack that shock launcher, but I think we might hack that sniper instead. Okay, so let's keep that Doom Cannon and that shock launcher shock. Looks like we're taking out the grappler. Throw the hack in Everspark. And we got the sniper. No! Okay, at least the Doom Cannon will target the sniper. We're going to re-flare really tight against the right wall here. Just kind of regather the troops. I'm going to throw another critter here to try to take out some of the mines. So that way I don't get that additional splash damage when they just kind of set the other off for the domino effect. I just threw a smoke. I don't know why I threw a smoke, but I'm going to shock that and hopefully bring that hotpot down because he has exposed himself. And I want him down. So let's shock that shock launcher. And let's just finish this core. So the rest should be gravy. Let's throw a hack in, distract that flamethrower. And like I said, gravy. And boom goes the dynamite. So it looks like we did get ourselves a player base. Fantastic. Pretty happy to get that after the breezy on ransom. So I wanted to leave on some redemption here. So pretty happy with that, actually. Right on, right on. Nice. Okay, so 142, we lost 50. We definitely got him intel. Didn't get any from him, but we gave him some. So looks like the boys are chatting. Damn nice try, Skull. I know, Savage. I'm going to let him know that I wanted it. Definitely next time. Live and learn. Live and learn. Okay, guys, so let's actually make our way over to the next player base. We're boosted. We're fully loaded. Full Savage. We've got, which means the full boost going on. I hear a, what is that? What's that stupid sound? Oh, yeah. Sky Shield. Oh, why these players use the Sky Shield? So, once again, one Bart, 2 Art. Sorry, I gotta stop saying that. I think I've been confusing myself in videos. Bart is barrage and artillery. So 1 barrage, 2 artillery to take out that Sky Shield. And that laser will wreak havoc. So I want to clear that too. I did try this base a few times earlier before I went to work. And he did kick my butt. I did not like that. I don't know why I just threw critters. See, I'm not paying attention, too busy talking to you guys. So we did get that laser down. Fantastic. I do have that rocket launcher behind the core, which did create some problems for me in my previous attacks. Okay, so we dropped that, which means we've got shock, if we can stay away from the mortars on that side. I think we are going to drop another critter here just to clear some of these mines. Rifleman Sparky, Rifleman, and the troops. We're going to go 1 more critter box, and then boom. So we did get everything in 1 shock. So those mortars both firing at once will kill many of my riflemen there. So I want to just essentially just keep this continuous shock pattern going, which this worked out great here. So I was able to finish off the mortars before the next shock times out on the shock launchers, and rocket launchers fire off the next one. Sloppy on the shock eyes. We did miss a rocket launcher, but I'm not too worried about that because the medics are doing their part. I do essentially want to finish off that next shock launcher before I do change direction and make my way to the core. Perfect. So that shock launcher is down. I'm not going to reflare until I can take out that rocket launcher now. Rocket launcher is gone. Perfect. So I'm going to actually get a reflare to this corner. And let's just regroup the troops because there's still 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. So essentially I might try to victory lap this and just make my way around till I hit that shield generator, just because I've got the GB, I've got the shock. Well, I was going to say shocks, plural, but only 1. So let's take out that flamethrower by the HQ, and then let's flare up. Fantastic. So we got that flamethrower right there, guys. Now we're flaring the what's left of the RZCM. And now we're going to make our way up top here. And if I end up botching this attack because I am getting cocky, then I'm going to beat myself up for this. But I'm going to look at it as confidence, and we're going to bring this base down. Chinese friend, going at it. So taking out 1 more building here will give me enough gunboat energy to fire off 1 more shock. Fantastic. And we're getting an ad. We better not be getting an ad. And we're getting an ad. My phone, I'm going to throw you at the wall. So let's go back, and I was going to say we need to shock those machine guns, but as the ad was taking place, we took out the machine guns. So it looks like we've got 1 minute and 58 seconds left, so we're not done yet, guys. We're getting cocky here. There's no other way to say it. 50 seconds. I want to finish the rest of these defenses before I hit that core. So let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Okay, so let's make our way to the mortar. Don't hit the core, guys. Don't hit the core. You're going for the mortar. So it looks like we got the mortar. 30 seconds left. Make your way to the sniper. So we should be able to finish the sniper here, guys, and then make our way back up. So now I'm actually going to go back up to the top of the core, but it's not going to matter because those critters are going to take that HQ out before anything. And there you go, guys. So we just kind of played around with Chinese player base here. Our Chinese friend player base. and essentially just took out every single defense and resource building on his base, and the critters finished off the HQ. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, so we're going back in, and we're going to reload for sure. Yeah, Savage knows what's up. That's actually Mini Savage, because Savage is the main account, and he has 5 accounts, with 4 of them being in this task force. So yes, this guy's an OG, he knows what he's doing. So, alright guys, there was another player base down where essentially we had some fun with a destroy every building on the base before you hit the core, aka save the core without the victory lap. So I did like that. I did like that very much. So for anyone that is watching, or if anybody that will watch, and you did like what you saw, like you're seeing, you know, hit that subscribe button, and send SkullCrusher some support. Greatly appreciated. Trying to grow my presence on the online YouTube community, so any support is greatly appreciated, and I will comment to any questions or any concerns about the game or anything directed to me. SkullCrusher, Boom Beach. So that'll be it there, guys. Looks like we've got, oh no, I can't end it now. We've got to at least get one more to get that chest. So let's go to the next player base and let's send it. Alright guys, right on, and look what we're going up against. Once again, we've got shield generator and a laser. So I think laser is worse. It's like the worst for RZCM. So you want that thing dead. It's dead. So maybe I can just do a straight launch right up the middle here, but I don't like how these rocket launchers are boosted. So we should bring them down. Excellent. We did get the defenses and buildings beside each rocket launcher. One more behind the core. Let's say bye-bye to that. So it looks like we brought that sucker down. Fantastic. And we're going for a launch right up the middle. So Rifleman, Sparky, throw a hack, cryos, and let's get it done. Okay, so we're going to shock that middle cluster. We're going to throw 2 critter boxes on each end here just to clear some of those mines so we don't get any of that additional damage to our troops. Hopefully we can finish off this mortar and this shock launcher. Fantastic. Looks like we've brought it down. Okay, so now I'm going to start shocking these mortars here, because other than that shock launcher, I think that is my only threat on my way to the HQ. So here we are, guys. We're pushing forward. I think I'm going to throw a shock on that shock launcher. We're going to throw a hack in. Let's reflare. Let's see how we're looking. Throw another shock right on that HQ, which should be able to get all defenses surrounding it. Looks like we still got 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. We're making great time, guys. RZCM, like, this is just, the power is just insane. So let's have some fun with this now. We're going to throw a critter box. Well, looks like it's still shocked, but that's okay. So we got Sparky in there. We've got the shock launcher. Don't shoot my troops. Yes, so getting the critters. Let's make our way up here. Throw a critter box on the shield generator. Should be able to finish off the shock launcher and that sniper. Looks like we did bring the shield gen down. Take out the shock launcher, reflare back up. I don't want to bring that core down yet. So it looks like we are having some fun with save the core. Okay, flare up, because I got to still worry about those critters taking out that core. So you know what? I'm going to do something that most players normally won't do, and I'm going to barrage my own critters there. But I still got critters to worry about with Everspark. And I think I'm going to take this core out before I can reflare. So that was not a save the core. Looks like there was about 3 or 4 remaining buildings. But we tried to have some fun with it. So that should be enough there, guys, to finish off and get the chest. What am I saying? Of course it is. No intel, though. Not a fan of that. Always want the intel. Awesome. So we are just going to reload. We are going to take a look at the chest right there. Fantastic. So as you guys can see right there, dun 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 dun, with your rank of General 1, you gain 4 intel and 1 trader ticket. Evening, Brian. How's it going, man? and you get to choose one of these rewards. So it looks like I'm just getting to my chest here, Brian, and I think I'm gonna go with the shards, because the shards, I do need gold as well. No, I'm gonna get the gold. And the reason why I'm getting the gold is because, let us salvage, oh, what is that? I think that was Gunboat Energy 12. Yes, that was Gunboat Energy 12. So we are going to salvage that. So I did take the gold because I still need to finish off the rest of my map, and it looks like my crystals are coming together pretty well. So almost have, that's almost 14 PP, you know, 21, 28, 35. So I've almost got 35 PP just ready to be made, only sitting at 81. So really looking forward to crab this weekend, which should definitely help out with PP. I know most players do love the mega crab because it is an awesome revenue source for that power powder. Some players ditch the PSC. I think I was watching the Chicken's video when he said that the PSC had no effect on mega crab. Then I think I was watching Shish Kebabber's video when he was saying that the Mega Crab, or sorry, PSC did have effect on Mega Crab. So now I'm just like, oh man, should I go back and get the PSC? But either way, I don't think I'm going to get it, just for the sole purpose of how much power powder the Mega Crab generates for you. So highly recommend maybe ditching that PSC just for more either A, troop damage, or B, gunboat energy. So we did get the chest there. We did take the gold. We are still rocking the RZCM. I think we are going to hit one more base. See, I always want to kind of bring the stream to an end here, and it's like, nah, I want to hit one more. And it looks like that's exactly what's going on right now. But we are running the RZCM with Sparky, and this base looks like a gem right now. F. No, I've seen that F before. I don't know if it has any affiliation with the Hopper Shield, but I'm not going to drop intel or diamonds for Game-O FR here, because my gold itself is pretty low, and I want to be able to build more before I start dropping intel and diamonds on player bases that have the Hopper Shield. So anyways, let's start doing what we have to do. So instant threats that I see here are definitely going to be the rocket launchers. So I do want to bring down 1, 2, and 3. Fantastic. So we are full boosted again, which means we do have 10 of our statues glowing beautifully. So already with the gunboat energy, with 60 remaining, we've taken out 3 rocket launchers and both shock launchers. I think we are going to start things off by flanking the left side here. I'm going to throw a rifleman and then Sparky, then I'm going to throw a hack, and then I'm going to throw the critter box to get those mines, drop the rifleman and the rest of the troops. So I should be able to create a pretty fair wall here of riflemen with the support of the critters to keep my Zookas and the cryos alive. And as of now, I think all I have to worry about are these mortars kind of in the top left and that hotpot. So let's reflare to the corner, drop that gunboat energy on that boom mine. When I do get close enough to that hotpot, I am going to shock it. But the RZCM is working beautifully right now. So they're hitting the Zookas. Nope. I think we're going to drop a barrage and an art. And I hope that'll be enough. Yes, it is. Fantastic. So let's make our way back to the far left here. So there's still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. And as of now, it looks like we are treating this as a save the core again. So yesterday when I started my live stream, I think one of the first player bases I started with was a 8 ice and 2 level 3 shield generators. And I am getting the shield generators only 1 at a time. And I am getting the ice statues, but not 8, maybe like 2 or 3. So this is going pretty good. So far, so good, guys. So we are going to bring the troops right back up to the top left, and we're going to continue the pattern here. So we're going to keep pushing, and we're going to keep crushing this base. So I'm sorry, Kamo, FR, SkullCrusher is making a work on your base. Okay, so mortar. No, mortar is bad for Zookas, and I just shocked nothing because the mortar was dead. Yeah, Brian, I'm really happy how this is working out right now, man. Thanks for joining, by the way, tonight, man. I really appreciate the support. Had a few other attacks prior to this where I essentially did the same thing, where the RZCM was just working wonders for me and just successfully taken out. It was 3 player bases prior to this, and now we're just treating it as save the core. But it looks like these critters will finish off the core, most likely probably before the troops finish off the rest of the defenses. So still a little bit of health left on that. Come on, let's finish off these defenses. Let's get a critter box there, keep them distracted. And fantastic, look at that. So let's throw the smoke to keep, throw the smoke. Yes, so we'll throw the smoke on the HQ just to build those critters up. And if it times out before the troops hit, we should get a simultaneous boom. And I think that the cryos will hit it first. Here we go. There's 1, there's 2 critter, 3 critter, 4, 5. Okay, maybe that took a little bit longer than I thought. But still, yes, and we got intel. So far, so good, guys. This is working out excellent. Fair amount of casualties, but we still managed to score some intel, and we did destroy every single defense and resource building on the player base. So this is starting to get a little fun here because it's working out. I totally agree with you, Brian. It's like at one point you realize, Brian, that the base was yours. Well, sorry, the base was mine. And it's like, you know what? I think I do still have the gunboat energy to kind of play around with this. And we did. And so far it worked out to our advantage. And just as I said that, we had a number 1 icon just appear in the top left corner there. So let's see what we had. Ooh, another player base. So Daha just hit my base, my map, 16, 17, 18 seconds ago. We're going to reinforce, and we're sending it. So Daha, nice to meet you, man, but sorry, you're not staying on the map for very long. So we are, oh, see, like, look at this base. Like, Brian, are you seeing this? 3 hotpots. Like, can you tell it was Hammerman today or yesterday or whenever it was for this guy? Oh, wow. So this should be a little bit easier than I think. And look at that. So once again, no ice. So Daha is strictly an offensive player like myself, most likely probably like you, Brian, and like a lot of other players out there. So with 184 gunboat energy, this should go down pretty quick. Maybe not necessarily pretty quick, but I mean, like, we should have the gunboat energy to successfully take out all rocket launchers and all shock launchers. So let's drop 1 more barrage on each shock launcher. And now we're going to drop the artillery. Oh, Brian, I couldn't agree more with you. Like, when the hotpot first came out, I was a huge fan of it. Just because it was something new. You know, the damage itself was, you know, it exceeded any other defense on your map. And of course, against Hammerman, it's a sure thing, especially when it's boosted by that damage amplifier. So I am a fan of the hotpot. I don't normally regularly use it as a prototype for my base setup. So we did take out all of the rocket launchers and shock launchers. So we are going to drop our first boat of rifles and Sparky, and then we are going to finish off with the second boat of riflemen and the rest of our RZCM. So we got some mines in there. I'm really not worried about absolutely anything other than when my troops get close to those hotpots. Perfect. So it looks like they're pushing their way up. So far, so good. And we are clearing that shock mine. Fantastic. So let's throw the first shock. Oh, that hotpot got more riflemen than I wanted. So I've got to be a little bit more quicker with my shocks here. That second one's going to pop any second now. Bam, shock. Perfect. So it looks like he didn't take out anything. We still managed to shock the second one. But once again, since we do have the gunboat energy for it, Brian, we're going to have a little fun with this. So let's directly flare the troops back to the left corner here. And look at that baby. Look at that baby flamethrower. Oh my God, Daha is only a level 62. Wow. Good for you, Daha. I like seeing lower level. Well, I know 62 is not lower level, but I mean, I like seeing anyone that's not really 65, you know, really pushing that VP. So, yo, respect. Good for you, Daha. Here we go. Oh, that's right, Brian. These player bases, like Supercell is like, oh wow, I think we took out the base. I hope I didn't have any... No, I don't think I had any troops hitting the base. I think we just destroyed enough... Yeah, much respect is right. Like, I'm kind of happy we didn't destroy every building and do a victory lap. That's kind of like, you know, rubbing salt in the wound. But, yo, Daha, 1,100, and actually, let's check the activity log there for a second. Okay, so all troops ready. So Daha... Sorry, my attack, Daha. So 1,133 victory points for level 62. I think when I was a level 62, I think I only had like 1,000, maybe over 1,000. So, yo, mad respect to Daha. That's awesome. Okay, so any other player bases? Yes, player base. Any other player bases? No, but my map is still populated and polluted with NPCs. And NPCs to me are just training playgrounds to try new troop combos and different techniques when you really want to step your game up in ops. Dr. Terror is also a really, really good game, I guess, to practice your troop combos on as well, especially getting your smoke timing on and when you're still learning AZ. I know a lot of players out there aren't comfortable using AZ, which is all Zuka, but it's probably one of the strongest, most effective ways to bring down, you know, really, really high health op bases, or cores and op bases. So highly recommend practicing the AZ if you haven't already. So anyways, I'm rambling again. Let's check out Chinese friend over here. Wait, what am I doing? I'm scouting. I'm going to pull the hat down so my eyes cannot see. We're going to attack, and we're going back in. Okay, so we do have a shield gen, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I count 9 statues, which means he's got the ice. What is the point of having one ice? I mean, especially at this VP. What are you thinking? Alrighty, so let's begin. So once again, the laser, big threat to the RZCM, so I want that gone. And since we are full savage, aka full boost, should be able to drop an art on each of these rocket launchers. The one up front was still wounded from the previous barrage, so that's great. We've got 3 rocket launchers and the laser down already. Still rocking 102 GBE. Looks like we've got the 2 shock launchers there and the Doom Cannon. I think I'm going to start now, so I'm going to drop my starting 2. So my first boat of rifles, followed by Sparky. Critter box, second critter box, clear some of the mines. Second boat of riflemen, followed by the rest of the troops. I want to build that successful defense of critters in the front, followed by the riflemen, to give my Zookas enough time to line up and just start firing consecutively. So we're spreading, we're spreading, we're spreading. Oh, rest in peace. That cryo just ran right into that boom mine. So let's regroup. I don't like how they're spreading. I think there's too many mines that I'm still not either paying attention to or can't see. So we're pushing our way up there. The RZCM is doing great. So remember, there's so much going on that we're distracting the defenses that they really don't know what to hit. So there's mash confusion, you know, there's ice, you know, there's fire. You know, there's fire from the explosion, from the bazookas coming from the Zookas. Oh, I'm talking too much. Okay, so 117 GBE, wow. Okay, so we're going to shock those shock launchers. We are going to finish off with that shock launcher. So far, so good, guys. Let's reflare this time. Let's go to the right side. So let's regroup the troops. Let's see how we're doing. See, look how fast they spread and look how far they spread. Like, I've got troops literally coming from the opposite side of the map here. Okay, so I should have reflared sooner just for the sake of keeping them together. So now I'm hitting 3 mortars, which is not good. Yeah, unless you have several ice and boosts, it's a waste of precious stuff. Yeah, Brian, that's what I'm saying. Like some some task force won't even take you if you have ice, you know. That's how anal and strict they are. You know, my task force is pretty anal with that. We don't like ice. I don't like ice. I do have a player in my task force named Yun, who actually does have more victory points than me. He does rock 2 ice. We kind of bust his balls for it and call him General Blue Balls because he likes his ice. But, you know, if it works for you and, you know, that's how you play Boom Beach, then, you know, rock your ice. You know, you're just going to get players like me that will rip on it because we know it's not effective. You know, other players in the game like calling us troop snobs. And, you know, technically, they're not wrong. Yeah. Oh, I still laugh every time too, Brian. That's jokes, man. Alrighty, so looks like we brought it down. That is awesome. So it looks like that was the last player base on my map. Now, if anyone is just joining us now, I did have my op hit earlier in which we did have a breezy on ransom, full boost once again, and you know, I hate it when it doesn't work out, especially when you know you can make it. So, if anyone is just joining us now, I'm just going to run it through. Essentially, I just cleared up the mines up at the top of the core there, you know, flare land, drop the Zookas under smoke. I started off wrong because I used too many smokes on the landing, 4 instead of 3. And then everything was okay up until I essentially threw my shocks because I missed 2 rocket launchers up at the top 6 there, the bottom 2. And it just completely butchered my Zookas. And the walk was decent, too much smoke on the landing. And see, I should have thrown a second smoke. The fact I didn't throw the second smoke was because then I wouldn't have had enough for that 4th shock. So using 4 smokes on the landing really kind of screwed me. Yeah, but that's my breezy op hit right there on ransom. Next time we'll do better. Okay, so yeah, that was about 29 minutes ago there. So we've got the RZCM loaded there, and we have finished off the rest of the player base is currently sitting at 1,152 victory points. So we've got Hammerman left with 30 minutes. I don't even think I'm going to try him again because unless I just want to say bye to the rest of my gold because that stage 7 just really kicked my butt. Maybe we can again. I don't know. So let's just go back to the statues here and just get that Guardian going again. I like always consistently keeping the sculptor busy, you know, keep turning those crystals, keep turning those fragments, and keep hoarding and collecting those crystals. Get that PP, baby. You know, you need that power powder, you know, to succeed in this game. Yeah, kicked mine too. Right on, Brian. Alrighty, so let's get that back over there. And yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm going to hit this again because it did kick my butt. But do I want to switch up the base layout? The only one that really kind of worked out well was the Death to H-Men. But even then, I still got my butt kicked. We got Crusher Hammerman. I don't think it worked. Yeah, you know, just to give you guys a show, just to show you. No, my bad. That's T-Med. What am I doing here? Too many buttons. Couldn't get the tanks and they survived the minefield at the end. Oh! I'd like to see that at some point. Stage 7 was just too much for me. Like, I've got 1.4 mil gold now, so that's why I don't mind at least failing once or twice here. But I think we'll go to Death to H-Men. And I think there's really not much else I can do here just because there's so much going on. But we'll give you a quick show, and this is going to be a fail. We'll speed things up here. So, essentially, if I had a hotpot, this is where the hotpot would come in handy. I think it would have done pretty well for me. But it was just all those riflemen, and just we did the best we could taking out the riflemen, but just too many, and just those medics helped them out too much. That's why I freaking hate the medics at Hammerman. You know, tanks still doing their thing. He hasn't even dropped his Zookas yet. Yeah. Oh, you. Just a wow. Doom Cannon, Damage Amplifier, and Doom Cannon. That's pretty much, that's all I have to see. Look at that. I mean, this is embarrassing. But, I mean, this is the sad reality of having a player base with no ice, no shield generators, and especially when they give you a prototype cycle with no hotpot at the beginning of Hammerman. Supercell, how could you? That's alright. But yeah, we got beat. I don't even think I'm going to try that again because it's just going to be more gold down the toilet. And I'd rather hold on to the rest of my gold. So, we do have the NPCs left, and no more player bases. That's a shame. So we've got one. Let's do a quick destroy. No intel. I like gambling with myself at times to see if we'll get the intel. Sometimes I think the best I've ever gotten was like 4 intel in a row from destroying NPC bases. Usually it's about 1 out of every 2, but sometimes you get lucky. So we do have the RZCM still loaded. You know, we'll smash through the remainder of these player bases, the rest of these NPC bases. So I think on this layout for corner office, I'm just gonna throw a barrage here to clear those boom mines, or the boom mine and the flamethrower. I want to clear this flamethrower. That's gonna be my kill spot. Perfect. And I'm gonna flare land, and I'm gonna drop smoke with the Zookas first. I'm gonna keep them under smoke because unless I wanted to kill the remainder of those machine guns, I was going to have to worry about it. So I'm going to be using smoke like crazy here because of the troops and the spread. But if I do this right, I should be... Come on, medics. Alright, I think I'm going to lose the medics. 1, 2... No! Yes, they're keeping up. Okay, I'm just going to re-flare, drop 2 more smokes, so that way we keep everybody under the double smoke there. We've done a hack. We've targeted the machine gun, hit the core. Medics are fair game, and this should be easy pickings. So this is normally how not to use RZCM. This is how you would hit this base essentially with AZ, but we're just having a little fun with it. So right on, looks like we got intel and 2 fragments. So that's why I myself I prefer hitting the NPC bases, because all you get from destroying is just 3 fragments and then intel, if that. So just use 3-4 boats of ladies. Yeah, Brian, you're absolutely right. I was just totally having fun with it on that, but that's how that base should be brought down, is you want to just launch the ladies. So drastic destruction. This is a perfect example of what you just said, Brian, the 3 or 4 boats of just Zookas. So that's what we're going to do here, man. I'm just going to clear the upfront flamethrowers and mines. We're going to drop 4 boats of Zookas, and we're going to smoke flare our troops right in front of that core, and it should just be one quick boom. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Should be enough to finish them off, and it is. Awesome. You know what? We even got all the mines and the snipers up front. So I'm actually going to flare land here. We're going to drop 2 smokes. 1, 2. Oh, no, no. I accidentally hit. There we go. And I wasted all those smokes. Now I used bullet before him, but that's how I did him. Oh, right on, Brian. Oh, I wasn't paying attention again, man. I launched all the troops. Crap. Okay, that's okay. Too far, too much. We've gone too far. No retreat. And those machine guns, that's just shock. Okay, Brian, next hit, we're just going to launch the Zookas, man. I don't like how we just said we were going to do that, and then I got sloppy because I accidentally hit a button for my live stream there, which was directly in front of my first boat of Zookas I meant to hit, and then just kind of botched the attack of launching the Zookas. So let's... Oh, we still got a fragment from that. Nice. Okay, so let's just actually go back to... Oh, I don't want to get caught off guard here. I hate leaving my base set up as Hammerman, because then players know that you got sloppy, and then if they make a YouTube video about it and share it, then everybody can see you got sloppy. So I want to bring in the Zookas. Let's load them up. Fantastic. We've got them with bullet. We're going to have some fun with it. Player base. No, that's just showing our loss to Hammerman. Darn. Okay, so NPC. Looks like we've got Hearts of Iron. I think this is with the mortars and the cannons on each end. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so we're just going to drop 2 barrages and all the troops under smoke. So now I'm going to reflare and get them all under 1 smoke. I'm going to reflare again and get them under smoke to keep bullet in line. And now the walk with the 2 smoke drop at the end. So I've got so much gunboat energy here that the smokes can just be used very nonchalantly, kind of just like fire at will. Nice. So that just worked out pretty well. And I think we had two Zooka casualties and another fragment. So that's 3 NPC bases in a row there that we just got 3 fragments from. 1 popping. Yeah. Oh, some of the people are sleeping. I should be quiet. Okay, so let's reload the Zookas. 1,156 victory points. Next NPC. Looks like we're going on Generous Affection. Alrighty, let's see how we do against Generous Affection here. Ooh, the mortars. So let's try something out here actually. So let's flare land and let's land under smoke. So I'm gonna land under smoke just because the amount of mortars is very deadly for my Zookas. So I'm gonna drop one more smoke, which will show my path straight ahead. So now let's keep them in the smoke. So this is what I'm talking about when sometimes I do, prefer more technical attacks in the sense of where your smoke path and your walk and everything is just perfect in the sense of nobody is out of line and you don't lose any troops along the way, you don't hit any mines. So that was a perfect walk with a pretty hard landing there. So now we're going to directly flare the core. I don't even need taunt, but I'm using it. 1 shock, 2 shock, 3 shock. So many shocks. Let's throw a 5th shock. And boom goes the dynamite. So I don't even think we lost any Zookas on that one. Look at that awesome placement of them. And we got our intel with another fragment. That's awesome. So that was more technical. That's what I like to see from myself. And I like it when Supercell decides to reward SkullCrusher with an intel when we pull off a spectacular technical attack. So we're going to return from that right now, and let's see what we can finish off with here, guys. Okay. No way. Is that it? NPC, where are you? 3 diamonds. Oh, you would have been right yesterday, Brian. 2 diamonds. That one was 3. So I think that's actually it for the bases, guys, which means our live stream for tonight on Tuesday, April the 24th, 2018 will be coming to an end here. So I do want to thank anyone that participated with viewing, with chatting, with commenting. I greatly appreciate any of the support. If you do like the content that I have been providing, hit that subscribe button, and the videos will keep on coming. So I hope you guys have a great night. That was our Hammerman failed attempt because we did not beat stage 7 with our live op hit and our nightly map clearing. So I do hope you guys enjoyed. Brian, I appreciate the support and I appreciate the watch, man. I hope you have yourself a good night too. Brian Bolda, peace, man. Everybody else, peace. I hope you guys have a great night. SkullCrusher is out and the live stream is officially coming to an end. See ya.